Robbie just said, you probably don't even think about the record. Is that right? And
yeah, I mean, I try not to. People, kind of mention it from time to time, but it's not really my pretty laid-back guy, and, I try not to think about stuff and just go out and play game to game.
What's it mean that everybody's hitting this
I mean,
weekend?
It's huge for us. It's, I mean, we struggled a little bit early on, but we didn't get too down and knew that we still had 4 or 5 weekends left in the Big Ten, and I mean it's big for us, and I think the confidence level's high, and it's not just a couple guys, it's the whole lineup, and everybody's hitting, and which is so big going for. Hopefully we can carry this into the last 3 weekends, I think, and not only that, but the pitching is stepped up, and guys throwing strikes, and Dave's not an overpowering guy, but just did an unbelievable job today, just going out and throwing strikes and understanding his game, and keeping hitters off balance the entire game.
It seemed like those last few innings he was really putting it exactly where he wanted to. Did you see that as the game?
Yeah, and that's Dave's a real competitive guy, a real high intensity guy, and you could kind of tell that the closer he got to the end, he really just wanted to kind of close it out on his own, and I mean, it's just kind of that like killer instinct a little bit, and he could see the end, and I think that definitely played into it. But yeah, he really picked it up and started working his changeup more the last few innings, and it's kind of something new to keep guys off balance, where it just been, he throws a 2-seam, which is going to have a lot of dip on it, and then, his breaking ball, which is tough on the lefties. So, but I mean, that's just the whole thing with him is just keeping guys off balance and creating deception. So, but he did an excellent job.
What do you attribute your breakout power season to this year?
I mean, just hard work. I mean, it's I kind of started, I believe, beginning of my sophomore year is kind of a goal of mine to hit with more power. I mean, I kind of here or there iffy last year, and got hurt and some things, but just I've sat down with Coach Hoover and worked out a plan, and he's helped me a ton. He's just mechanically and working on things to create more. More leverage and more rotation when I hit, and just kind of try to hit gap to gap. But yeah, just sitting down with him, watching video this year is something we did last year, but I did a lot more this year. And really kind of studying swings and kind of becoming a student of the game, I think, has helped me. And plus, I got a great coaching staff helping me out. Coach Wine and Coach Hoover, especially, that I work with most, and and whether it's just a little thing that they'll tell me here or there, but we get in the cage and really work on mechanical stuff, and it's helped me, and then hopefully I can keep doing what I'm doing.
What was your reaction today when you found out that you'd be starting?
I was a little surprised. I thought about it a little bit in the morning, just because we weren't exactly sure who was going to start if he couldn't go, and so I thought about it a little bit. I was a little surprised though, and they didn't even say anything for about, I found out about an hour before the game. So, and that was their idea too, because they didn't want me to think about it.
What were you hoping for, like 5 innings, 6 innings? Did you have any goals going in?
Absolutely. I was looking for, 5 innings, and out in the dugout, we were saying, we're going to get a storm in, and hopefully I throw 5, it's a complete game, and that's the game. And hopefully I was looking for 5 or 6 innings ideally, and then everybody was good in the bullpen. So if we needed them, they were all there, and we had complete. We were expecting they were going to succeed too. We had the confidence in them.
You've been throwing for a long time now. Do you know exactly what your arm is capable of on any given day? Or how many pitches you have in you? Or?
Gosh, I don't know if you ever know that. Sometimes you get a little surprised that you're able to, throw a little bit longer, or sometimes you go out and you think that you should be okay and you're not. And it depends on the day, and it's all about staying in shape and staying focused on what you have to, I think.
What does it mean to get the complete game?
Oh, it means a lot. I enjoyed myself a lot out there with the guys behind me. Obviously, I haven't had a start since high school, and I think the first inning was a little hard. I'd say that was the hardest inning just overall for me, just because I had never experienced that for 5 years or so. And overall, we got the sweep, and that's absolutely the most important thing that we did this weekend. There's nothing that compares to that, and that's just huge because, it helps us out a lot in the standings. It's great. I'm happy for everybody.
29 appearances this year. Has it been fun, but has it also kind of been grinding, knowing that you've been called on so much and in a lot of different spots too?
Oh gosh, it's been a great time. I wouldn't say any of it has been overly stressful. I mean, obviously, you head to the ballpark every day, and it's awesome. You get the opportunity every day to pitch, and I always expect that, and I enjoy that so much about the game. It's great. I'm having a good time this year with it.
And then one more. When did you guys get to Mohawks? And who
That was
on board with that?
That was on Friday. I showed up at the field, and about half the guys had them, and we have about three guys in there sitting in the chairs and in the locker room. They're just handing them out to everybody, and they said, "Hey, Lutz, you gotta get one too." And I looked around, and it seemed like everybody was on board with it. So just got one on Friday, and then I'd say throughout the weekend we've gotten a few more guys, and I think we only have maybe 3 guys who don't have them. They have excuses. One guy's got an interview on Monday, and he says that's more important than baseball. But we'll get him. And it just shows. Everybody's excited about the season. Really, happy about the success we're having. Yeah, we're a great group in there. We're really tight, and everybody's really enjoying this.
It was amazing. One of the reasons he went so deep into that game and finished the game is he's like a physical specimen. He works out. He's in shape. And we felt good with him going. We were hoping to try and get 5 out of him and kind of get a lead and see how it goes. And he ends up finishing the game.
Did you talk to him in between innings there, like 6th and 7th? Say, how do you feel, or just?
I didn't talk to him all day.
Yeah.
We didn't even tell him that he was starting until after batting practice because he has he runs around the shags. He came back, grass stains everywhere, and that's his routine. We didn't want to mess that up. And we told him after batting practice, and he was all excited. And, we figured his pitch count would be down, and he'd do the job, throw strikes, and give us a chance.
What about Higgins? Is he okay?
Yeah, I think just precautionary. We hold off another week. He's still tender, and we didn't want to push that. Walters is a little bit tender. We didn't want to push him. So, Lutz was the obvious choice. Plus, our bullpen was full behind him, so, we felt real good about starting.
The last 5 games, the offense has just been on a tear. What have you seen in those games that was maybe lacking earlier?
Pitch recognition. Laying off the borderline pitches. The guy did a good job earlier, and we chased some pitches, got ourselves out, swung at some balls in the dirt early, and I think later we just realized what we were doing, over-anxious. I think that's it, pitch recognition, being comfortable, confident, especially after you score a couple runs. You can settle in and play a little bit, have some fun.
Last Saturday, you guys were 2-8 in conference. Now you're 7-8. It's very conceivable you can win this thing. What's the mindset in the clubhouse now?
Well, right now, if you're talking, we're unbeatable, but it's baseball, So all it takes is one guy to come out and have a good outing. But I think they're realizing every inning we try and win every inning right now, and that's the game. The stuff we've been preaching all year is taking place right now. You just kind of ride it. Right now, their concentration, maybe not at the moment, but finals this week. That's a tough week for these guys, and wish them luck. And we'll just schedule some extra work, individual work, and then we're around finals right now.
With Ben Heath, first of all, Ben Heath's been phenomenal all year at the plate. First of all, should we have come to expect him to tie the record, and was it on his mind to tie the record in home runs at all?
If you talk to Ben, I guarantee it's not on his mind. It's one at bat at a time, and he worked hard in the off season. And through the fall, he worked hard, and then I'm telling you, the thing with him is the winter months when he worked on flexibility and his agility and strength and stuff, and the combination there works for him. And then he's worked hard with Coach Hoover in the cages with just a different approach, a better approach, more consistent approach. And I'll tell you what, when your focus is on one guy in that lineup and you're going to walk a guy and pitch around guys, that's when you make mistakes, and he's drawing attention right now.
When was the last time you saw a game that ended that quickly, start to finish?
Well, we had a couple people talking about it at the end of the game. You don't do that in baseball, especially with rain in the forecast. You just don't say that. But I don't even know what the time was. Was it under 2 hours?
Under 2 hours.
Yeah, and that's Lutz. Lutz goes out there, and he's going to give up hits quick or get people out quick, and that's what he did.